Hello everyone. Didn't expect this to work. We're going to test this out and see how we get on. My friend Dave and I, say hello Dave.
Hello Dave.
We're going to try and do a casual conversation and talk about things, and I can't see the chat. Let's restore it over here.
The chat has vanished.
There we go. The chat has no longer vanished. I can see it. Okay, I'm not a boomer. I renamed this the Cthulhukin and Friends Show, which is why TCAFS. I couldn't put it in one word. I'll do it afterwards. That was what this channel was originally called, because it was just a stream channel and nothing more really. There wasn't super chats back then. It wasn't that kind of channel. There are now, those. By all means, smash them. Oh yes. To represent my friend Dave, yes, we have a bottle of Judge Whiskey on the table, because I could not be for the life of me asked to ask someone to draw something of him.
And to be fair, it's modelled off a bottle of Johnny Walker Black, so I'm completely okay with this.
It's absolutely okay.
It's also about as skinny as me, so, you know.
I was a bit on the fat side, don't you think? Although, I fit your name on there nicely. That was a really nice spot. So rather interestingly, Dave and I, for the 6 minutes that you heard the song there by Benji Simon for the just intro thing to get some more people to turn up.
Thank you to Ben for that.
Yes, thank you, Benji Simon. Go follow him on Twitch. He's a fantastic VTuber. And
I'm calling Puppy, he loves it.
He especially loves it if you call him Sexual Ben. We were looking at a book, because literature is our favourite thing in the whole wide world. This particular piece of literature, though, is written by who? Doesn't matter.
Edited by someone called Dominic, and forward by Mr. Jim Murray, who is like the whiskey god.
I thought Jim Murray was the Formula One commentator guy.
Gordon. No.
Murray Walker.
Murray Walker.
Yeah. Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah, don't do the daddy stuff here, fam. That's just bad. That's cringy. Hello, everyone, anyway. Thank you for joining us. Dave and I have, because we're going away tomorrow, we're going to have a couple drinks. Not too many. We've got some from earlier playing FIFA. We'll finish this soon and move on to what we had decided we were going to drink this evening. Although I don't think we should do both the Glen 18s. I think we should do one, split it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that way if you just use the one, then you're
we'll just take the other one for you.
Yeah. So I had in my head this idea of what I'll do is, I actually have some questions I've wanted to ask Dave for a while, but also we can go through this book of whiskies and argue about it, because why not? While drinking and talking to you guys. And wait, you're not a boomer? I'm not Booby Bell. Thank you.
How dare you suggest such a thing?
Booby Bell.
Oh yes, Lady Lulu with the boob.
Indeed. So currently, because we forgot to finish them earlier because I had work and stuff, we have this Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. Now, we both bought a bottle, and the reason why is because back in the day, Dave and I used to play FIFA together. And every time you score a goal, you high-five, you click, and then you have a victory sip. We scored how many goals? 5?
3
and
2
2
and
2-1?
No, 4-1 in the end. So we had
7 victory sips, and we haven't finished our glasses. Well, that's disgusting.
We need to score more.
Yeah, that was a terrible clink.
It was, yeah.
But we did well. We won both our games, and it was nice to revisit a tradition, and with something that this time we vaguely know what we're getting. Glenlivet is, as far as space ads go, one of the best, to be honest.
It's always consistent.
It is. You have all of them.
No, there's quite a few I still don't have.
Let's just face it. When it comes to the basic line,
Yeah.
you've got all of
I've
them.
got the 12, the 15. No.
Founders Reserve.
Is it 15? Glenlivet?
Well, 12 Founders Reserve, 15. You've got the 15. You've got the 18. You've got the Distillers Edition, haven't you?
Glenlivet. Yeah. Oh yeah. 12, 15, 18. Distillers. Master
Founders.
Select. The Founders Edition.
Which
and
is-
I've got the Madura.
So Founders Reserve for me is a sentimental one. I've got a bottle of it. It was the very first bottle of whiskey I bought in celebration of getting my very first YouTube AdSense payment. And I was very proud of that. Because, that was me a year of being on YouTube. It took me to get that payment. And I then spent £35 of it on a bottle of whiskey in a metal tin, which I've still got. I then bought a takeaway for the family afterwards, because that was just after, we lost our mother. And so I thought, do something nice. We'll, sit down and have some Chinese food. And then it cost me more than what I had. I was like, okay, you're dicks. You are all dicks. So I'm gonna start with a question, because I never asked you. Why did you start drinking whiskey?
So it all started back in the day. Because I'm old.
Was it pre-me?
Yeah.
Really?
I was
it first
a
year?
wee lad,
wee
underage.
Oh, of course.
On a school trip to Dublin.
Oh, God.
Because my school were awesome.
We do have some Irish.
Yes, we do have some Irish.
We have a bottle of Tullamore, for those who are curious.
And, yes, we went to the Guinness brewery,
Right.
and, well, I didn't like the Guinness.
Who does?
Well, most of the people on the trip.
Only time I willingly drank that was on campus. When it was St. Patrick's Day. You do 4 pints quickly. You got a shamrock foam hat. Top
I
hat
couldn't
thing.
manage that more than 2 sips. I didn't
Well,
like the taste or
You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I could eat loads. So I just done.
Yeah.
And then
Well, it's like
and then I
eating, isn't it,
immediately
Guinness?
threw up. I got the hat, quickly ran outside and threw up in it.
But yeah, so I didn't like the Guinness. So when we all went to the pub afterwards, all bolshy 17-year-olds, and they were all ordering Guinness.
You bullshit.
I was like, well, we were 17 and drinking, so
Just you though.
So I decided I would go for the next thing on the bar that was Irish, which was Jameson's.
That was the first one.
That was my first whiskey, and I haven't got back.
Man, my first whiskey was never that level. Take a wild guess what mine was, and I'm not saying Jack Daniels, because I had that as one of the first, that was the first proper bourbon drink I had on campus. I had a triple with Coke, because everyone had doubles, and I'm like, pussies.
Probably my guess would be Bell's, because it's one of the most served everywhere.
When?
Probably first year of uni.
Correct. It was when my housemate, we'll not name him, he had this... Yes. He, Mr. Coursework, he had this hip flask bottle, and he drank it, and had some left over, and then he threw up, and my housemates were like, well, we need to get rid of this. And I'm like, well, it's valuable alcohol, I'll drink it. No.
And that's Meg was put off whiskey.
You know what I did with that afterwards? When I realised I didn't like that one, I had some Warhammer paintbrushes, and I started doing that with it. And then cleaned them beautifully. Yeah. Like, those brushes were soft afterwards. Jameson is a fine sipping whiskey, Kit Kats. I fully agree. So Dave and I both have... Dave has a stash of Jamesons. I have all of them.
I have a stash of the same Jameson.
Yeah, and he has a limited edition bottle.
Yeah.
I have Jameson. I have Black Barrel, Crested, IPA, Stout, and 18.
You haven't ticked off Black Barrel?
Haven't had it yet.
Well, I'll take it because you own it.
It's unopened, but yes, I do own a bottle. That was the one that was given to me that I told you about. I have all of them because Dave and I, we do like to dab on each other with what we have in our collections. Like, he has all the Glenlivets, I have all the Tamnavulins.
Yes.
He even brought a bottle last night, which I subsequently pointed out, well, I found a 20 and bought a bottle as well, so fuck you, you licked my bottle. Turns out he didn't, but can't let this stand.
No, this goes back a very long way to a joke where we used to pretend one of us had licked something.
I mean, you say that.
Mostly you.
Yeah.
For the bottles of Johnny Walker Green that you never gave me.
I don't know where they are.
Licked by
I
Meg.
legitimately know. I have no idea where they are. They could
Probably
be
exploded somewhere.
They probably have. I've been in that loft so many times. I don't know where they are anymore. I'm very sorry about that.
Question:
Go on.
Have you not had Highland Park 12?
No, I haven't. I wanted to buy a bottle when I lived in Northfields. Right, I kept seeing it in the co-op.
Yeah.
I kept wanting to buy it as a birthday whiskey. I never had it. The only Highland Park I have had is Fire.
Yeah,
I've not even had the Viking Scars. I think you have.
Yeah, I've got the Tribe and the Viking something.
It's Viking Scars. Yeah. I've never had it. This is Archer. Who's at Archers?
Arch isn't a whiskey.
That's a schnapps, isn't
So,
it?
yeah.
So one of the whiskeys. So is there a whiskey you've ever regretted tasting? And don't include. I'm gonna write 4 off. You cannot say Bell's, Teachers, Famous Grouse, or Grants.
That's good because I was gonna say Johnny Walker Platinum.
So we went to see Dragon Force at the waterfront in Norwich, and my brother-in-law was there. We went back to Dave's parents because they weren't there, and we're like, awesome, because I love his parents' house. Love the hole in the ceiling as well. It's brilliant. His dad literally fell through the freaking ceiling. It was amazing. And then laughing about it a few years later when I saw his dad again. Great. I'm glad he laughed because I felt like I could have said something a bit soft then. I said, well, I've never had it, so I'll try some. I ended up shooting it because it was so bad. Did I shoot it? I think I must have. Yeah, I must have, because if I don't like it, I will get rid of it. I can't say I have a whiskey preference, just whatever malt my local co-op drops to 20 quid. Tamnovulian at the moment is 22. A half bottle of Glenmorangie is 17.50.
Yeah. Auchentoshan American Oak is about 22 quid.
Yeah, but that's in Sainsbury's, not in the co-op. Shackleton's in the co-op. Murray's in the co-op. That's 80.
Murray. That's not bad.
I've not had it. I've got it though.
Yeah, I've had, and it's decent.
I've got that, Pulteney and Singleton. They're on my list. I've got them. Haven't tasted it yet though. So we're gonna. So I have another question, right? Because we did this in a VC to work out what we thought about certain regions. Now I can't include Campbelltown in Scotch.
I like the fact you've written that in.
Context. I have a really fancy whiskey, and it's not in the book here, called 1001 Whiskies. Yeah, so I wrote the bloody thing in because it was an expensive bottle and I wanted everyone to know I've had it. And I've got 2 bottles and one is unopened. It's rare, come on.
Yeah.
But I on my server, I did this thing with Dave and I said, like, right, what is your favourite Highland, your favourite Lowland, your favourite Speyside, and your favourite Islay? Perhaps an explanation as to why that has to be a question. Why do I have to separate Highland, Lowland, Speyside, and Islay? Why?
Because people in Scotland get very angry with you.
At my sister's wedding, someone did that. When I said, Dave's got a big collection of whiskey, and the Scottish guy goes, there's only 4 types of whiskey. Like, okay, well, he has a big-ass cabinet full of a lot of whiskies from 4 regions. Thank you for this TED Talk, you prick.
Not to mention the ones that weren't from Scotland.
Oh, yeah, because you got a few Japanese, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've got a few. I only have Nikas and Welsh and Irish.
Yeah, we got Welsh. I've got Welsh, Irish, Scottish, and Japanese in bottles, and English.
Yeah.
I've had French as well. And
I wanted
Swedish.
to try it. I wanted Haven. I wanted that.
Yeah.
I did. I was considering Haven, but then I thought, it's a 50cl bottle. Why? It looks like a little beehive.
Do you never have Oban? That's what most of us used to drink in the grab bar.
But I never went in the grab bar much.
Fair enough.
That was you. Whenever I got a drink from up there, it was a different whiskey.
They do?
Don't know what it was. But yeah, Oban I've never had. Yeah, bit strange, isn't it?
Madeira Madeira you've had, that's the standard one.
Yeah, it's the one I've got.
Yeah, that's standard Madeira.
I just forget these things. Dave is, by the way, doing this thing. At the back of the book, they have an index of all the whiskies featured in the book. He's now putting a tick next to every single whiskey that I've had, that he knows I've had, because I can't remember. Now, so the reason, by the way, the serious answer for why there are 4 different regions in Scotland for whiskey is because of distilleries. That's all it is. You can also say that all Speysides are technically Highlands, but not all Highland whiskies are Speysides, because Speysides are just above Highlands, but they're within that area. Isleys are usually peated, I believe, aren't they?
Yes, St George's Distillery, Chapter 11. Big tick.
Have I?
That's the English Whiskey Company.
Woot. Hang on, we've had Chapter 7.
We've definitely had 7 and 10 as well.
Yeah, well, I definitely have. I don't know about you.
I think I sniffed them. I don't think I had them.
You might have had a little absorption through the skin. And just to answer the thing about Tesco Value, disgusting. I've not had a value whiskey before. I know my local...
It is in the book.
There are pictures to accompany this. What was I saying just then? Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was the regions.
Oh, no, I moved on beyond that. Clink.
I live in Peated, Tesco Value.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've not had, like, the Co-op has a Co-op version. Sainsbury's has their own version, don't they? Just like Sainsbury's own single malt.
Actually, Aldi because remember the ex bought me 2 bottles. Aldi.
Which one?
I've got the Islay and the Speyside. One of them is terrible, but one of them is good. It's whichever one I posted on the server more recently, but it's actually good.
Is that one you DM'd me? Your parents got?
No, that was something else. No,
Okay.
I posted it in the galley more recently, but I had it. It's that was literally 17 quid from Aldi, and that's actually really nice.
Kit Kats. And Scottish and Drink is Drink have found that most whiskey snobs don't even drink it. They usually have heard a fact that they recite. That's me then.
It's not true.
I mean, I have been. I'm not very good at it. It just goes
you
in.
drink it slowly, but you do drink it.
Yeah. my sips are like drunk white girl sips. So people who watch me do streams on Anne Boleyn Reid, she's gotten drunk a few times, and she's not really drunk. She just has her lips pursed and then has the drink touch her lips and then licks them. I'm like, I mean, at least some of that touches my tongue.
That's standard Tullamore, isn't it?
Yeah, standard Tullamore. Yeah.
It's not in the book.
Well,
12 is.
Isn't standard 12? I don't know. I'm gonna have another sip. So, the question really, when I mentioned the 4 regions, is I'm going to ask you.
Remember which one comes from which region now.
I'm going to ask you. Well, I'm going to ask you a couple versions. What is your favourite from each region that you say is the most drinkable?
Okay, this is right. This means I have to.
Would you like me to go first? I'll tell you what,
you might have to just correct my regions because I'm not.
I'll go first with Lowland or Kentoshi. Has to be. It's very drinkable.
To be fair, yes.
It's such a drinkable one.
Yeah, I mean that
American Oak
one
is just,
I
got a bottle out for my birthday. Dave got it for me as a birthday drink, and I've refilled it because it is very nice.
Where's Balvenie from?
I don't know actually. Speyside for me has to be Tamnavulin. I know he'd probably say Glenlivet. I have to disagree, but then I have Glenlivet in front of me right now. And then again, last night I had to pour the remainder of my Tamnavulin into his glass.
Balvenie's a Speyside.
That's a lot. We've got a lot of Speysides to go through.
Yeah.
I had to pour the remainder of my glass into his. I was like, "Sorry, mate, you're gonna have to do the hard work." And he's like, "Oh no, how will I ever cope? What am I ever going to do?" In this really condescending, dickish voice. Oh no, you twat. Glenkinchie's a Lowland.
It is, but I've not had that. So
really? I thought you had a bottle.
No, not Kinchie.
Oh, okay. So do we get a flavour description for these? We can do a flavour. Actually, what the Caribbean Reserve one should be on the bottle, shouldn't it?
Yes, on the light. Let's have a look. Right.
Isn't it there somewhere?
It's on the box, certainly.
Okay, it's not.
It's on the box, not on the bottle.
God damn it! Okay. Do we have any that have flavour on? Oh, hang on, we've got Glenkeith there. We can talk about that.
I'm sure we can Google it.
I mean, we could, but I don't want to.
We will, when we try other ones, Joe. We will endeavour to. We could do a what we can taste flavouring description.
I'll start. Are you ready? Whiskey. He's trying not to choke. Try and one up that bitch. Go on. What do you taste, Dave? Try to spit it out. Don't spit, swallow. Go on, get down, yeah? Don't wait till you get Keith in your mouth.
She's so I wish she was here.
I taste vanilla. No, I have no idea. I just taste whiskey. It's just very smooth for me, this one.
Yeah, it's smooth, it's warming.
Without having...
I can't really taste like anything particular.
So the thing with me is, unless I know what I'm looking, unless I have the thing in front of me, I can't find it, you know? Helpful, very helpful. I'm doing my best, okay?
we like to provide a service.
Yeah, I know that the box is in the back garden in a box full of boxes. So, and I mean, it's raining, so chances are the box is of no use now, I'm afraid. So we'll go to the one that will challenge you. Favoured Speyside. And bear in mind here, I know this, because most of the whiskies I own are Speysides.
Yeah. I mean, Balvenie Doublewood is definitely good.
I've never opened it.
You'll like it.
That was a birthday thing, and I still haven't gone near it. I know you had a lot of Arbor Hours, but you've gone off them.
Some of Johnny Walker's a Speyside.
Some are.
But the problem is they blend, so a bit of mix, some to a degree mix of everything.
We spoke. So we just before we went live, I mentioned this on Johnny Walker Green. There are a few whiskies that are actually used to make Johnny Walker Green, and you mentioned Cardew as one. And I mentioned Talisker as the other, and I thought, well, I just prefer Talisker, which I believe is a Highland.
Yeah. It's Isle of Skye. It's not.
Is it?
I think that would be.
Is it?
Tasker's in the book.
Go find it. I might be wrong. If that's the case, then that's my. Have you gotten it up? Have you ever gotten it up your nose? I've gotten many up my nose, but never as far or as close as Dave, because he has a ginormous honker.
Yes, Dave does have the problem.
He has the issue where we have to get massive glasses just so he can get his nose into it.
Highlands, so it's Islay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My mistake. That's probably my favourite Islay then. Has to be. What's it, Glenkeith? That's a Highland, isn't it? That's right, they're Glenkeith. So, for those who don't know, when my channel turned 7, I got donations from you guys. Thank you very much for that.
On the River Isla.
And
Spayside's best. So it's a Spayside on the River Isla.
Huh, interesting. And with the very generous donations, I bought a celebratory bottle, and that bottle was Glenkeith, which was funny because someone on my server, a long-suffering member of my server and a mod, very good mod, was nicknamed by me years ago as Keith. And so the jokes have flown, and they've flown.
Copiously.
Like a good glass of scotch. Okay. What's the worst experience you've ever had drinking whiskey? Don't say Johnny Walker Platinum.
No.
I'm now writing that one off as well.
I can't say the Jack Daniels one at Stag Do because it's not whiskey.
I mean, it wasn't a great. Well, no, we'll allow it. So perhaps you explain what happened.
We went to a stag do for my mate, and Meg was invited as well.
Yeah, because you needed an extra person. I wasn't meant to be there. I don't know.
Met him before though, so
once at a house party.
Yeah. And his wife to be had provided a bottle of Jack Daniels, litre bottle, and had stated specifically that she wasn't bothered if it came back.
I thought I was led to believe that the bottle was told to disappear.
So it was opened. It went round the room. About 8 of us. 10 of us.
It was 8.
8 of us. Everyone had one small sip, other than one person.
Yeah.
And no one had any more.
And there was at least, I'd say, 80 to 85% of that bottle left. And the next words out of our mouths were, "Challenge accepted." A lot of Coca-Cola was consumed as well.
Yes, but that was where it went down, because I started drinking it without Coke. And then I started drinking it with the Coke, and that's where I then had problems.
I did both at the time, and I really struggled. Because it just wasn't. It wasn't for me, and I really, really didn't enjoy that. But the real fun part was Dave and I had a room to share, 2 separate beds, nice little shower, crap shower actually, because it was a tiny bathroom, and as we went to sort ourselves out, I was about to climb into bed because the room was hot. That room was hot. Dave, though, doesn't have a diaphragm and he can't burp. And so he burped what looked like, to me, a Coca-Cola Playboy bunny on his bed. It looked like that, and I was like, okay then, well, you can sleep on my bed then, and I'll take the couch. So there I am, not able to sleep on a couch that I can't fit on, incredibly hungover. Like, I was in agony. And then they all come down early to go get all-you-can-eat buffet, and I'm like, right, just gonna do pitch and putt and fake my score to make it look like I did really well, because no one's counting. All right.
But on the plus side, the challenge was completed.
Yes, it was. It was completed.
That bottle did not survive the night.
Have anyone in the chat ever smoked? If you have, you'll understand this. Where parents have put before you vast amounts of cigarettes to try and get you to quit. And sometimes it works. Now, for me, that put me off Jack Daniels for, well, everything.
Yes.
There are very few I willingly touch, and I don't make it a point to go near it. My brother-in-law loves Jack Daniels, and that's fair to him. I'm not interested personally. I'd rather just no. My glass is a tad empty, good sir.
Yeah, I'm just finishing my palate.
Okay, I'll wait. Where should we? So I tell you what. Pass me the Tullamore, please, because I think it's only fair. So Dave's never had this, and okay, you're getting banned.
Bye, bot.
Bye. Cool. And one of my mods swears by this one. I prefer Jameson's and Bushmills, but my mod Keith, as some call her, I call she's called Leona. So she loves Tullamore. I bought a bottle for 16 quid, and Dave's not had it. So a small measure will do. Because obviously you've got to do work tomorrow. So is that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right.
So we've got to be sensible when we set up and drive and.
Very well. And I think this is a very good Irish whiskey. Very smooth.
Have a description on the bottle.
Oh, it didn't come with a box, so bloody well better. I mean, surely that Tullamore's in here. No, it's not, is it?
No.
God damn it!
And no, there's not a description on the bottle either.
That does not help. How?
Triple distill guarantees ultimate smoothness.
Yeah.
Unique blend for 20 years. And Oloroso sherry and Old Bourbon oak brings out a character and flavour.
Yeah.
But what character and flavour?
Well, you'll find out when you taste it. See, I like to know what it's sort of. Did Booby type in the chat again? It's Pete. It's possible, Pete, but we will not speak ill of the boob.
Shantae indeed.
So, cheers. I hate that she's right. I hate that she's right and that that's a good Irish whiskey. Thing is, what I want to do one day is do a completely Irish whiskey stream. So, Bushmills, Tullamore, Jameson's.
That is amazingly smooth.
Right? Get those, but then also buy two that I think are curves. You've got Slane, I've never had. But then I've had one, and I don't want to add Pogues.
No, not again.
So we're going to ask me the same question about worst whiskey experience. I'll tell you in a minute. But the other one will be Proper 12, because that is an Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
It's incredibly watery. Like, I could drink the bottle and not realise.
Yeah, that's got a taste on the tongue, but it doesn't have too much going down.
Okay. I'll look that up. I'll look that up, Squeaky. So my worst experience with whiskey comes courtesy of my sister's wedding. I had a banger there called Man O' Swords, which we thought was Man O' Words, but no, there's an S there. It was just invisible. Kind of like how OJ wrote his If I Did It book. Yeah. And I brought with me to the wedding a bottle of Johnny Walker Black, because who wouldn't? I mean, no, I'm not. Yeah, it's Judge Whiskey, okay? That's that and Talisker are probably my go-tos. And I brought a bottle of the Pogues Irish whiskey, triple distilled, I think.
Yeah, that is. Most of the Irish is.
And well, no, it said on the bottle because they had two versions of it.
Yeah.
One was red, one was black. What was mine, red or black?
Black.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We got back from the wedding and realised we spent the entire time drinking Kendallmint.
Yeah. Not that we were complaining.
Champagne,
because,
wine, and
we also destroyed a bottle of Kendallmint at the bar.
a good glass, decent measure of Man O' Swords as well.
Yes,
that was all right.
Yes.
But we noticed that we hadn't touched our whiskies, and so Dave pulled out the Sassenach.
Sassenach. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
It's the other one because you didn't eat try it till next time.
What one did I take?
Penderyn?
No, I didn't take Penderyn.
I want to say the letter L, but I can't remember.
Lagavulin?
No, you didn't bring Lagavulin.
It wasn't the Frog.
No, it wasn't the Frog. It wasn't peated enough because Dad wouldn't have tried it. Oh, no, he didn't try it anyway. No, he didn't. Right, anyway, I brought with me Johnny Walker and Pogues, and I poured a glass of this Pogues, and it was the single worst thing I'd ever tried in my life. To the point, like, in the past, if I don't like something, I will shoot it. Not this time, everyone. No, this time, I put that thing in the sink. I was like, no.
If he'd have drunk much more of it, he would have been bringing up a Playboy Bunny raspberry.
I would have thrown up a kidney. It would have been painful. Whiskey from someone who would probably drink paint stripper surely is terrible. Yeah. That is a fair point. So for those who don't understand, the Pogues were a band. Their singer, Shane, whatever his name is. McGowan? McDougal? I don't know. Whatever his name is.
Sounds like it rings a bell.
Yeah, he has no teeth, okay? He looks like a drunk, alright? And the Christmas song is cringe now at this point.
Yeah. It can taste a little bit of sherry in that, to be fair. It tastes a little bit like sherry.
I think it's a sherry cask edition.
Mead at all? Yes, mead is good.
I have a bottle of Bullet for my Valentine's spiced mead that I will be drinking on Saturday. And yes, from a horn.
Yes, he has a horn.
Because I'm a man.
A drinking horn, I should state.
I mean, yes, applies to both. I have a horn. What one? Yes. The thirst is real. Okay, what do you...
This is nice. This is
yeah, it is, isn't it?
Damn it, Keith.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her. No one tell her. Do you think it stacks up with Jameson's, though? They're the same price range, really. So is Bushmills, for that matter.
Jameson's is stronger.
It is.
But I think that's smoother.
It's deceptively smooth, I think. I think that's the kind where you drink and you don't realise how much you've had.
Yeah.
I don't like... Because remember, she got rat-arsed on that, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah. But no,
They were behind you on the speaker. That's a dog toy, yeah.
I've killed a duck.
Well done, you killed the duck toy.
And a Charmander.
Poor Charmander. He didn't deserve that. But yeah, so he was a massive drunk. Do you like mead at... Oh, yeah, so Sky River. Yeah, I've never heard of Sky River, I'm afraid, to answer your question. First drunk experience. Oh, yeah, what was it? So for you, what was your first drunk experience? Was it with whiskey or something else?
That... I don't know how old I was. That would have been my uncle plying me with all the various spirits from his drinks cabinet when we went to dinner once. He basically decided that he would... I had a bit of wine with dinner, as you do when you're a British teenager.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's Christmas for us, but yes.
And he decided that he would try me on other things. So out came things like Drambuie, a whiskey liqueur.
Oh, I know what that is.
Pernod.
I know what that is.
Marie Brizard.
No.
I don't know
do you
what that
you
is
drank
either.
Eddie Izzard?
I don't know what that is either. What else? I think limoncello. I think I had limoncello as well.
I had a bottle, but I never actually got to try.
Creme de Menthe.
Creme de Menthe, never had that either.
And I was probably 14, 15, and I was...
My
parents were quite worried I was going to throw up in the car on the way home.
Nice.
I didn't. I was fine.
I like your parents. I can imagine that was an interesting event.
But yes, that was probably my first time being drunk. Just because I was young and had a mix of lots of different things.
Yeah, mixing isn't a good idea, I guess. For me, first drunk experience would have been at university. Because I didn't get drunk before then. Never got drunk before. Because I suffer with horrible anxiety. And I don't like losing control because my brain's still working enough that I'm like, no. It wasn't until, let's say, just before my sister's wedding. I wasn't necessarily drunk, but I was certainly...
That was probably other than obviously the stag do, that was probably the drunkest we've been together.
Yeah, we don't generally do that. I mean, the only other time you know about the anxiety was because once I stayed at your parents, I woke up during the night or something and ended up walking through a field. I woke up the next day and I vaguely recall walking through a field and rolling my ankle.
You hurt your ankle and you also pulled the light switch and pulled it so hard the thing the cords came down.
I don't remember that.
It's alright, it happened. We just hook it back in, but yeah,
I didn't remember.
You pulled the light in the downstairs.
It just sounds like a me thing to do.
It switched on, and you basically pulled it and let go, and it fell on the floor.
I feel really bad that I did that because I don't remember that.
That's right, because when you couldn't turn it off, I just came and I took it back up and turned it off.
So, Pete, to answer you, do you manage to find to source a bottle of the Peaky Blinder? No. Prohibition edition recipe is only is only sold in America, which makes no sense because I looked this up. Peaky Blinders is only popular in 2 American states. So what? Oh! Look!
Oh,
this tuna was disgusting, man.
Yeah, we need to get rid of it. I don't know what we're doing with it.
I guess we'll have to finish it now. Then, get rid of it. All right. Oh, that's vile. Oh, vile stuff, man.
Oh, never have that again.
Yeah.
Honestly, what idiot recommended that?
Don't know. You know what we should have next, though?
Yes, I think it is time.
since our
I think we need to put the liquid of Keith into our mouths.
So, as far as drunk experiences go, the first time for me was at university. It would have been my first night, icebreaker. Because I'd had like 7 triples of Jack Daniels and Coke. I'd never had Jack Daniels. I was fucked. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Everyone else, it tastes horrible to me. But they're all like, oh, this is amazing. And I'm like, I gotta get rid of this. Oh, do you want another one? You pay? Yeah, okay. And I did my
drinks
loan.
were very much okay. So do you want another one? I'm buying. All right then.
Yeah. Because I only had I did my loan yet. I had 30 quid to my name, and I was like, I had to buy food.
Yeah.
I had no money, and so they're buying me drinks, and I'm like, oh, this is killing me. And then at 2 a.m, we sort of all gone back to our dorms, and my housemates are like, "You okay there, Meg?" I'm like, no, no. I feel like do I need a rape whistle? Because this doesn't feel good. That was back when you could make jokes like that, as opposed to now. It was an absolute violation of my senses. I didn't enjoy it in the slightest because I couldn't control myself. And then everyone else was going up the stairs, and obviously I lived on the top floor. And I was like walking up the stairs backwards, like, "You okay there, Meg?" "I'm great."
At least you didn't live in Nelson and Suffolk, or Norfolk and Suffolk Terrace. Those stairs.
Those were brutal.
They were. I don't know how they were allowed.
Those buildings were made during the time. They were made during the time of the hippies. I remember the pillow fights near there, but yeah, that was the first drunk experience.
Norfolk v Suffolk pillow fight. That was good.
I used to watch that on the walkway. So that was my first drunk experience. Last one probably would be the wedding time, I guess. But I wasn't. It's a strange one. Okay, would you like to open this? Oh, by the way, this has a box, which means you can tell us about it. We have a
pour, and then we will.
We have a description for. Does it have it on there?
Hopefully.
We have a box of Glenkeith. Yes, named.
Yes, there is some.
So
info.
it has been opened. I've sniffed it before.
Yes,
that was a whiskey burp. Sorry,
that Meg has sniffed Keith before I did.
Well, thankfully, I wanted to make sure she was clean.
True.
Have a sniff.
She smells quite smooth.
Razors, my friend. All right, go on
It's
then.
a nice golden nectar colour.
Yeah, it's not as intense coloured as the Caribbean Reserve.
Certainly lighter than the Caribbean.
So I poured my Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve into my decanter, and the colour is like an intense, deep colour. Have you seen the Try channel? I love their drink challenges. Is that the channel? Oh, it's a bunch of Irish folks. No, not the channel. I've not seen them, I'm afraid. Hello, Lloyd. Hope you're well.
Hello. Right, so
Lloyd comments on every single video I make.
Oh, good.
He's been there for years. I absolutely love him. Thank you, Lloyd.
Thank you for the support.
So,
we don't need her consent. It's in the side piece agreement.
What? I don't read this. I'm illiterate. I don't know what's going on.
It's fine. Bammy read it.
Don't worry. Dave's gonna be putting Keith in his mouth first.
So, but first, I'm going to read to you all the description of Keith.
How many seconds?
So, Glenkeith is aged in the finest traditional oak casks for a distinctive, smooth, and easy drinking Speyside single malt, with hints of freshly picked orchard fruits and rich toffee notes.
Toffee, yes. I can taste toffee. I can smell toffee.
Yeah, it's got a sweetness that's toffee caramel.
Yeah. Definitely that. But the orchard.
We'll find out when we taste. But yes.
Well, you first.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to attempt to drink the juice of Keith.
This joke only works when you know that a friend of ours, our lovely mod Wildling, was called Keith for years on my Discord server. Oh dear. And now you all know.
And it would make her cringe.
I mean, lots of things will. Certain level donations do that as well. Does T? Oh, he has Keith in his mouth, and he seems to be savouring every moment of it. This is weird. Did you even buy dinner first?
Give her enough food.
I don't think a virtual cookie counts.
She gets meat porn.
Dick pics are not meat porn.
Yes, no, I can taste the toffee.
Yeah, you can smell the toffee.
I'm not sure there's much fruit.
Okay. All right, well, since I'm getting sloppy seconds.
I feel like, Joe, what you need to do is get her to watch this back in a VC with you, just So you can then tell us about the cringe when we get back.
I would say, for the sake of it, compared to Tullamore, this is sharp.
It's sharper than Tullamore. It's still fairly smooth.
Oh, it's smooth, but there's a vast difference. Very drinkable.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be smooth and easy drinking, so it's achieved that one. Yeah, I'm not sure on the fruit.
Switch Dave in your mouth, but don't gargle Keith. I am not gargling. You'd have to donate a shitload of money for me to even consider that. That would hurt my throat so much. I wouldn't be able to record, so you better reimburse me for loss of earnings. That would be pain. Oh, God. Okay, so we haven't actually gone through the list of 4s yet. Favourite Islay. I'm going to say Talisker, because it's an obvious one for me.
Yeah.
I know that I would probably go Lefroy, or I would say Lagavulin, but I've only ever had that 20cl bottle, which was probably my favourite bottle, to be honest, but it's so expensive.
It is expensive, yeah.
Let's say top 5s. Dave's gone silent.
Lagavulin is definitely up there.
Yeah. Lefroy has to be.
But Lefroy, probably for me, Lefroy quarter cask.
Jura's up there.
Yes.
It's a consistent one.
It is, yes.
I have to put Talisker because I love Talisker.
Yeah, if we're doing top 5, Talisker's definitely in there.
Yeah, but what's the 5th one?
Scarpa.
Scarpa? I've not had that.
No, I've only had it once. That was when I went to London with a friend of the family, and we went on a whiskey night.
Okay.
Consisted of going to one place.
Okay, that's.
Drinks and spending 170 quid.
I didn't expect that. I've not heard of that. That's different. All right. Okay then. Highland. Now this one's annoying because I've always confused some with Highlands. I thought Fiddick was a Highland. Then found out it was a Speyside as well, and I was like, wait, what? I'm going to say probably my favourite one has to be Glenfarclas.
I mean, yeah, Farclas is good, and I've had a.
The annoying thing is
40-year-old Glenfarclas.
Oh, Farclas.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's Glenfarquhar.
Yeah, Glenfarquhar, definitely. Yeah, I think it was a 40-year-old, and that was like amazing.
Dave's into mature, very mature MILF territory.
Dave has no particular age preference when it comes to whiskey. I like a 40-year-old, I like a 12-year-old.
Whoa. You say that.
I'm a 10-year-old Jura. I mean,
but there is a 12-year-old I know you won't touch.
Yes.
Called Glenn.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Last name Fiddick.
Yeah, Mr. Fiddick can. Yes, 12-year-old Fiddick
is it Mr. or Master?
Definitely Master.
That's a clip you don't want.
Also, we're making that joke just in case Yempi is here because it made her slightly disturbed in Twitch earlier.
I think those jokes need to exist.
Yes.
I'm okay with it.
I've had the 40-year-old Glenfarclas.
Really?
I've got a little dram.
I've only got the 105. Is it 105? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I recommended that for your sister to get because it's.
Yeah. Well, my sister being my sister for my birthday, I
gave her 3 options of a whiskey that Meg would like. No, I only gave her 3 options.
Okay, well, there's 4.
And she bought all 3 of them and something else.
Yeah, so I, on my birthday every year, get a bottle of whiskey for my birthday. I call it the birthday whiskey.
That was it. I gave her 3 and she bought you those 3 and the Nika 12 that you already had.
No, that was Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when I opened at Christmas. So, Jameson's 18 and the Nika 12 at Christmas. And that was a bit of that one threw me because I think when I opened it originally, I saw Glenfiddich on the box and I was like, wait, what? They're like, and they saw my face and they were like, keep opening. And I saw that and I was like, oh, and they're like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, would you guys give a shit? But yeah, I for my birthday I get a bottle. Dave's bought me a few over the years. I bought most of them, to be honest. Some are missing because they were consumed. I wished I hadn't gotten rid of them because, sentimentally that's kind of cool to have that row. But this year my sister got me Balvenie 12, Johnny Walker and Sons Celebratory. Yeah. And Glenfarclas, what?
Glenfarclas 105.
Glenfarclas, cask strength.
She asked for recommendations, so I said any one.
The additional bottle was the one bottle you think I would have in my collection but didn't. Jameson's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she got you one of the fancy Jamesons.
Well, Jameson in a wooden box.
Yeah.
The box doesn't fit in my drink cabinet. It's just sat on top, which is a shame, really, because it looks really nice. That box is really nice. I haven't opened it either, surprisingly. The only one I still haven't tried Jameson's 18 yet.
No, I think I tried that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, that was good.
It's exceptional, I've heard.
Yawn counter for whoever's doing
Shut
that.
the fuck up.
Whoever is nominated as the manual yawn counter for this stream.
Pete, you're the manual yawn counter. Congratulations. Okay. What about favourite Japanese whiskey? Or least favourite first? Because I'm sure there's going to be one you're not a fan of. Or as much of a fan of. Don't you dare say Nika. See, this is a good thing, because he's stumped because he likes them all. Don't you?
I've never had a Japanese whiskey that's been like in any way bad.
Right. That pisses me off.
I mean,
okay, think of us. Okay, we'll go back to Scotland then.
Whatever it is, Tenjaku is the cheapest one, and I would say is probably it's the that bottle I brought the one time we drank about half of. That's still nice.
Is that the one that's in Sainsbury's that I keep wanting to get?
That's probably the least refined of the ones.
If that's in that book, I need it ticked off.
No, it's not.
Okay, that's fine. So I, for the sake of it, we'll go to worst Scotch. I know what he'll say, so I'm now going to write it off as well. Glenfiddich 12 is now no longer on the list.
Okay, the one from Aldi I didn't like. I can't remember if it's Speyside or the IRL, but the Aldi one that I didn't like.
So
that was not.
So
good.
We don't know the name of this, but it's called the Aldi one.
Glenmarnock is their brand, but I can't remember if it was the IRL or the Speyside.
All right.
One of them is really good, and one of them isn't.
See, I was.
Yes, that's about right, Pete. To be fair,
I'm probably going to go with the easy one because.
Thank you, Squeaky. We appreciate the love and.
Thanks for being here, Squeaks.
Thank you for joining us. And Flanta.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, that's nice. So
Keith is good, to be fair.
Keith, I'll tell you what.
I am enjoying drinking Keith.
You are doing absolute wonders in my mouth right now. You're doing good work, and I really appreciate it. Let's go back in my cabinet when I get back.
Yes, that will go in pride of place. In
least favourite Scotch. Let's just ignore the Aldi one. Think about all the whiskies we've had over the years, because there's been a lot, and you remember most of them, because I'm just no. My memory, I believe in attic theory. I just can't seem to retain the important stuff. I remember all the asinine shit. I can retain
all the asinine shit.
Yeah. I remember all the asinine, and I'm just like, okay, whiskey though. I would say that my least favourite, and I really like the better versions of it.
It's like France, aren't you?
No, I'm going to say Arbelauer. The original, like the regular. I've got a bottle of the regular. But in reality, I prefer Abunda Ana.
Abunda. See, I used to like Arbelauer.
You've gone off it though, haven't you?
I had a bottle of it, and that was what. Do you remember our Lithuanian builder when I lived with Sam and people? Yeah. The one he drank the whole bottle.
Good man.
So I used to have a bottle of it, but
my housemate,
another one. And Dad's got some, and he's got in his decanter, and I don't.
He offered me some. He offered me some, and I rejected because I felt a bit bad because you weren't there, and I was like, I can't really take a drink because he's not having one. He's not. I don't know. I just felt a bit wrong. Yeah. I thought I might have insulted your parents when I told them that.
It, but I don't like it as much as a lot of other things.
Yeah. I thought I'd insulted your parents when I reminded them that while I ate all the vegetables they put in front of me, I actually didn't like any of them. I just didn't want to be fussy. I was like, I thought I'd be honest with you. Yeah. I felt like I might have insulted them at that point. I thought, you know what? Yeah. I'll hold back a little now.
Yeah. They will cater to it if you.
Well, that's true.
If you come out for dinner, if you say I only like this and this, they will only do that.
I mean, they did always cater to me with allergies.
Yeah.
So for fun fact, and this isn't whiskey related, but once they know that I'm allergic to shellfish, and so they made me an entire Admiral's pie to myself. It was equal in size to what the three of them ate.
It was. This is
and true. I promise you this, I ate the whole fucking thing.
He did, with one caveat. He burnt his tongue on the first mouthful and had to sit there for 5 minutes going,
just every
before he could eat anymore.
Every fucking time. Every time. I burnt my mouth at your dinner table. So the running joke is, every time I have dinner with them, I burn my tongue on something. 7 years have passed, and I go over for dinner while he's ill, and he couldn't eat his roast dinner. I burnt my tongue on the broccoli.
To be fair, I don't know how Mum does it, but bearing in mind, she steams the broccoli above the carrots. There was so much hot water in there. Boiled.
There was so much hot water in that broccoli, and it was rock solid, and I was like, bite into it. It tasted great, and I was like,
She steams them above the carrots that are in the boiling water. Yet the carrots are comparatively cold. And the broccoli comes out like it's been in a volcano.
The suffering, man. You know what really the humiliating. The great thing about that was, if there was anything on the plate I didn't like, I couldn't bloody tell. I couldn't tell because it was gone.
That's how we do it. We mask. We know you'll burn your mouth, so we just get your mouth burned and mask everything else by the fact that everything just tastes like metal from that point forward.
Yeah. Okay, so what were we talking about whiskey wise before then? It was the worst. Arbala, yeah. Whiskey. I love Arbala's a great space.
I'm assuming you're going to you discount all the naff stuff.
Teachers, grants, grouse, bells, and platinum.
Glavar. It's not exactly a whiskey. But it's like a whiskey-based liqueur.
There are some really bad ones. So there's I mean, we did have one that was a... hang on.
It's a mum thing. My mum does that as well.
Yeah, my mum did it. Joe. So my mother did it as well, so I promise you. I'm going to unlike the stream. Oh, thank you.
How dare you, side piece?
Well, she's going to unlike it now.
I feel like we need to reconsider the side piece arrangement. No cookies for you.
This blasphemy will never stop.
I'm going to pour this Keith out.
Down my throat. You're gonna go right down there, nice and deep, and I won't gag.
I like how you said that and it started raining. Even the weather has turned against you, Keith.
God, you're delicious. You finished?
Yes. Keith has been consumed.
I don't want to accidentally pour water in your drink again.
No, not like you did Johnny Walker.
The night before we were going up to Scotland for my sister's wedding. We started on Hague Club Orange. We did the bottle.
She's self-mad, but taking it out on us. Fair enough.
We had the bottle of Hague Club, and then I pulled out the Talisker, and he's like, "Oh, the hard stuff's come out." And then we finished that. Moved on to these shots of Johnny Walker for Ice, Fire, Song of Fire, Song of Ice, and White Walker.
Yes, and we both swallowed.
Oh yeah. No, with no sucking involved. You don't. That's not how you drink. That's not how you put Keith down. You don't need.
But you're here.
You don't need to suck Keith for Keith to dribble down your throat.
2 minutes that you're here before you go back to whatever you're doing.
Oh yeah. But yes. So I accidentally on all his shots of these samples of Fire and Ice and White Walker, I kept putting water in them. And
because I was driving at the time. I was on.
Yeah, you were.
We were doing the driving screen. I was driving at the time, so I wasn't finishing it.
I thought you had, so I completely mistook it. And
I was having you-size sips, not me-size sips.
You were. And Dave sips means like a mouthful as opposed to mine, which is a sip for me. I think it's a sip. Translation: nope, actually.
Ah, yes.
So we had this discussion earlier. And I'm going to put it out there. Please don't get angry. But I reckon there is a version of a reality where Keith, and this can be Glenn Keith, likes bad stuff. In the context that if I took a glass of Glen Keith and put it on a bit of rump steak and marinated it and cooked it, does that not count as butt stuff? Acceptable butt stuff. Now, back to the drink thing. So, I
would a poll in YouTube chat.
She's gonna have a fucking conniption. I'm gonna get so many angry messages.
Depends if she's gone or not.
But yeah, that Glen Keith, by the way, very affordable, very drinkable.
Yes. Whoever was saying earlier about the 20 quid bottles,
that was around there.
Keith is often on offer around the £22 mark as
well.
Yeah,
I think that cost me 20.
Actually, no, because that's a distiller. There's a standard one which is a bit cheaper.
I didn't have that. I had 27, so I spent all 27 on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know there's some Glen cans that are in that area as well.
So I'm sure I put a picture on Westonia before I found Keith in Tesco for 20 quid.
We also found that in the shop around the corner, but it was gone when I went to go and get it.
Yeah.
They only had Glen Fan, so I got that. All right, then I'll have that. Floral. I couldn't taste floral at all.
I like the fact we found the antiquary in there. Well, we paid a bit. I paid a bit over.
I mean, you saw it, you grabbed it, and then you didn't until we got back. Look at the bottle and go.
But then we saw the bottle and we're like, wow.
Tasted good, didn't it?
That's a weird comment of Keith and Pete, though. Yes, it would. Yes, we'd be marinating Pete with Keith.
No.
Cooking over a griddle pan.
Pete's. You have to go. Sorry, you can't be here for longer.
Yes.
Really are sorry, because
we did enjoy drinking you.
I mean, Dave swallowed every drop of you. I'm not even kidding. He licked the glass. He licked it out. his tongue went right to the bottom, and he just took it in like a champ. I can't do any more innuendos. And no, not in your endo. Don't try me. I'll do it in your endo. High five.
For the record, that was Meg self-fiving himself.
Shut your face. What else do we have tonight?
Well, I feel like of what we're going to have...
The only one left is the 18.
We've got... Oh, yeah.
Well, the only other one really, if you want, if you don't want to do the...
tomorrow,
if you don't want to do those, if you don't want to do the 18, there is one other drink there you can open.
What was that one?
No.
No, what was that?
Cardu. But no, not that.
So I can have a bit of that after, so I don't have to finish.
No. You don't have to do that at all. We can have those tomorrow instead if you want.
No, I said I would have.
All right. Well, we'll do. I'll tell you what. My 18 is in the mug. We'll open that instead. Unless you want to open yours and get it out of the way. Where is mine?
It was in there earlier.
Didn't we have it around here?
Yes, you were playing with it on the other stream.
Okay, we need yours instead.
You had the 3 inches of Glen in your hand.
Okay.
You had all 3 inches of
Can
Glen
you please
in your hand
pull out your 3-inch weapon, please?
Yes.
For those who don't know, Dave is about to pull out a 18-year-old bottle, a 3-inch size one, 5cl, of Glenfiddich 18. I don't know, actually.
It has literally vanished, hasn't it? For the record, we are not drunk. We are just either blind or it has vanished.
Well, we did put it down, didn't we?
Yeah, you were playing with it. It was there. You were playing with it here.
Yeah, I put it on the table, though.
And there's, like, nothing.
Oh, I'm afraid my 3 inches of glass steel...
You bear with us for this slight interruption to the stream.
No.
Fuck
it. You've got yours. We'll use yours. I have had Glenfiddich 18, by the way. I expect DMs later giving me play-by-play pics and videos. Wait, where'd that come from?
That's out of my...
Oh, right, okay.
That's my 3 inches. Wow.
It's a bit thick, don't you think? Oh, dear. This is not how I expect
start rubbing it.
It's getting a bit excited. I'm touching the tip. Bet you two don't miss me. I'm saddened.
Look, we've been drinking you in honour of the occasion. What more do you want?
I have no idea where my 18-year-old went.
These bloody young 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Too full of life, aren't they? Running around.
Well, I guess we go through the one, but it doesn't matter. We'll find mine. It's fine. Don't bother. It's all good. We got yours. Fuck it. We're not going to do the whole one anyway, are we? Both anyway.
No, true. Yeah, that's really weird because it was very definitely here.
There you go. There's half in mine.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Because we're not going to drink too much, by the way. It must have been stolen by house elf. Yeah, they should. To be honest, I'm missing socks as well.
Maybe Plumpy had it.
It's a glass bottle. What the fuck is she going to do with it?
Maybe she found a way to open. Maybe she broke that protective layer over it.
You know, it's always possible that she managed to find a way. Nah, she's not interested. Cavaliers absolutely despise alcohol. You're looking everywhere, aren't you?
I am, because it was genuinely here.
You know, it could be anywhere now. I actually have no idea.
I'm looking here because you had the painkillers not long after, and they're up there.
Yeah, but I'd left them here originally. Are we actually looking for this?
I keep thinking it's that, but that's the 12.
Oh God, I'm definitely not drinking that one. That's from my dad. We're really good to him. We're gonna give him some shit alcohol.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a thing that I don't like and that Meg couldn't care less about.
I don't really give a shit. Glenfiddich 12 is easy to drink. To me, Glenfiddich 12 is a mixer or a shot. It's not a sipper. Right, so Dave has... he doesn't do Glenfiddich, so this is a big deal for me, because I want him to like one. We have anything.
We have some info.
Okay.
So, Glenfiddich 18, small batch reserve, carefully matured for 18 years in the finest Oloroso sherry and bourbon casks. So it's like Keith, but older.
Bourbon or bourbon? Because bourbon is a chocolate biscuit.
I'm hoping bourbon, but it's probably bourbon. So basically, this is an older version of Keith. Built by our own expert coopers. These casks are then nurtured in small batches for a further 3 months for remarkably deep, rich, and complex flavour.
Okay.
But of what, it does not say.
Okay. Well
Unless
then.
It's on the very tiny bottle. No.
Well, this can only go well.
How old was Keith? Keith does not have an age statement. This is
we don't age shame. Okay. We don't age shame Glenn or Keith. Right, okay. Alright. This is the part where he hates it. I'm going to love this. Because I'm going to wait for him to do it first. Go on.
David's genuinely nervous about
Get
this.
some legal aged Glen in your mouth.
Yes, at least this one is legal.
Yeah, it's a rarity, isn't it? It's not in your mouth yet. Come on. Get that nectar down you. Like a man.
Doesn't taste as much. It's smooth. It's a bit woody.
To be honest,
but I can't say it tastes as much.
that you actually got a point. I've had this before. It isn't the richest, is it?
I don't dislike it, but
You want something?
I don't. It's not. It's no liver 18, is it?
No, Livet's very, very well. Livet's smooth. Very. That's not as smooth. But 18-year-olds generally are better anyway.
I'd say woody malty. It's very malty. Like
It's very
multi-grainy.
It's a blended malt, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very nice malt.
It's
I think it's all right.
yeah. It's drinkable. But it's not.
By the way,
huge
my suggestion
flavour.
was if you couldn't find something to drink there, I would have said just open up the monkey shoulder.
No, I was more thinking that I didn't want to just finish on that. So as long as there's that or.
Well, no, we can go to the monkey shoulder if you want afterwards. If you want, have a little good bit of that. But we can do Cardew instead. I don't mind. But we'd have to do that after stream, I think. Because I think I want to just chill for a bit afterwards. Okay, so let's see.
But Dave has successfully just drunk a mouthful of an 18-year-old.
But he doesn't. Well, I would say it doesn't count until he finishes it.
Well, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one for the scrapbook of bad whiskey experiences.
Go on.
Jameson Orange.
Oh, go on, talk about that.
Because after having the Hague Club Orange, we were really excited to try Jameson's Orange.
Yeah.
It's obviously Jameson's. And yeah, I couldn't drink that because that was just
Save the Queen.
massively overpowered.
You know the rules.
Yes, I know the rules.
Tell the chat what I've just done to you. Other than be a dick.
That. Meg has just helpfully put what I'm hoping is a clean 5p piece.
It's a lottery. There's a whole tin of them in there.
In my drink. Which means under the Queen's rules, I now have to down it. So,
I'll join you. I'll join you.
Bottoms up, chat.
Yeah,
if I don't come back, nice knowing you.
He swallowed the 5p. Huh. That was very easy. Oh, he's struggling. he's malfunctioning. He's malfunctioning. It's when I see the neck tension. I'm like, oh, hang on, this is interesting. I need popcorn for this.
Dave has malfunctioned.
That was the easiest shot I've done in years.
That was actually not that bad.
That was an easy shot.
Yeah.
I'll take my. Oh, actually, you know what? You can water that first. That was alright. So go on. Talk about the Hague Club.
No. Hang on, Joe. You're British and posh.
Yeah, you by the standards of even myself, you are posh. I don't sound it right now, but I do try.
Yes, Joe's general is posh. I don't know how she sounds if she tries posh, but she's generally posh.
Yes, quite. It's just the rules. To be honest, the fact he didn't see that coming is quite impressive. That he could have stopped me, though, to be honest.
It's because it's normally you do it with a pint rather than a measure of spirit.
Okay, so a friend of the family was here, and he was absolutely off his tits. So I put a coin in his bottle and said, "Save the Queen." He tried to then find a coin to put it in my bottle, but none would fit. So when he finally found one that did fit, I'd already finished my drink.
You lie and you know it.
Hague Club Orange was amazing. It absolutely was. Had another bottle. I've got one more bottle in my cabin.
Bearing in mind the cost of a bottle of Hague Club, bearing in mind the quality of general Hague Club whiskey.
Hague Club Clubman, you say is good. I don't have any of that.
I say it's good for a 17 quid bottle.
It's good for a single grain. It's a single grain.
It's not generically a good whiskey, but if you're paying £17 for something, you can't. I don't think you can do much better for that.
Yeah,
money.
no, I agree. I agree with that statement. I think Hague Club Orange. We did it before my sister's wedding. It to us is a bit of definitely a sentimental thing because when we got it, it was a punt.
Yeah,
I think I got it from the Wishlist actually.
Yeah,
and we annihilated that bottle. You know we did. because then we moved straight onto the hard stuff.
No, we didn't annihilate it because we moved on to other stuff. Because I ended up finishing most of it on that stream where like, hydrate was me having to sip the alcohol.
That wasn't that one. That was the one I got at Christmas.
Oh, was that a new bottle? Oh.
That was the new bottle I got for Christmas from the friend of the family.
Oh, fair enough.
We annihilated it because the next day when we got up and I wasn't feeling very great, I was putting all the bottles in the bin, and that was one of them.
Yes,
that Talisker, the shot glasses. I was just happy and grateful that Buna Haben survived.
Yes, no, I wasn't going to rinse you in that.
Oh, I was willing to rinse myself at that point. I was already like, I mean, I could go further.
Yes, we did well that night.
We put a shift in. But
we did indeed.
I sent some horrendous messages. I felt so bad.
I was so impressed I managed to go inflate my airbed after that.
It wasn't just that, because I walked around with you to the cabin,
yeah,
and then walked back. And when I got to my bed, I laid down and was like,
fell over.
I walked back and went, how did I do that? I didn't touch the walls for support.
We managed to walk out to the cabin, open the cabin, set up, inflate, and like get my airbed ready.
Yeah.
And then I went to bed. Obviously, Meg came back in the house, and none of us fell over.
And then
none of us got like hurt.
Then got up at stupid o'clock, and we're like,
5:30, something like that.
Something really like.
Bear in mind, it's about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was half one.
Oh, was it even half one?
I was utterly. I normally wake up and I'm fine. This time, no.
Well, this is why I had to sleep on the
he did.
On the way up because I was too tired.
I can't sleep when I'm traveling. I can't sleep at all. So I was completely fucked. Okay, food saved me during that trip, but I was very nervous about using rest stops. I'll. Do you want to get back? Are you all right? Cheers. Thank you. And it was an absolute.
I was trying to infuse this. Hello, Yempy.
The thing is,
Welcome.
Hello, Yempy. During that truck stream, David said that what we'll do is tomorrow we'll start on coffee. Towards midday, we'll maybe add some whiskey to the coffee, and by the evening, it'll just be whiskey. Thing is, we woke up the next day. Dave and I said, "We're going to lay off the drinks today." Later on that day, have you ever did Kendallmint? What?
No, because in fairness, we were good until we got to Scotland.
And then we just
on like water squash.
Yeah.
I think we had a coffee.
You had.
Yeah, I had one. I don't know. I thought you.
I didn't.
No, you didn't, did you?
Caffeine sensitive, man.
So we got to Scotland, and then there was a barbecue. I had a cider. I think you had a beer.
I had a beer. Yeah.
And then we kind of kept going from there.
We didn't leave that bar till about 2 a.m. because me and my dad's partner were talking until the early hours.
There were a couple of people to start with as well.
Best man.
Best man and groom were there to start with. Groom then went to bed because he's a lightweight.
He's a
Best
lightweight.
man stayed a bit longer.
He stayed because he's a trooper. He also wanted to join us because I like him. He's also called Dave. He's a lovely man, genuinely lovely man. He tried on the wedding day to get me drunk. Hello, Paula. Hope you're well. He tried to get me drunk by presenting me with Kendallmint. I'm like, this is not going to work, but I will drink this shot.
Because that was hilarious because we didn't know what it was, did we?
No, well, that was on the wedding day. No, right. So this is on the wedding day.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. The day before, I was presented this green shot, and I'm like, this better not be aftershock. And then I went and I was like,
yeah, because you came and got me and was like, Dave, like you need to try this.
Yeah.
So you bought me a shot of it, and I was like, oh my god, I want more.
Yeah. So we stayed there to the early hours. Just do you want another shot?
Yeah.
Okay, another one.
But bear in mind, this was a full bar. Full bar. Like
we had some whiskey, Manor Swords.
A full bottle at the bar.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We started, and in 2 days we finished it.
We didn't just finish it. We stole the bottle and then I refilled it and gave it to the groom as a gift.
Yeah, we took it as a trophy.
Damn right. We couldn't get a claymore. But yeah,
they wouldn't let us take the swords.
No, they wouldn't.
Let us play with the swords. They wouldn't let us take us away with them.
So we did drink like Manor Swords, 65%. That was brutal.
That was strong.
That was very strong. I had a few ciders. We didn't leave. To be fair, Dave and I were very consistent in one respect. We didn't leave the bar.
No, much. I think we were basically turfed out of the bar both nights.
We didn't leave the bar until it was time. Although they did say the bar was open all night. We did stay until the early hours.
Well, it probably was for us because we kept going back and buy.
Yeah. Can we take these to our room? No, you can't.
Okay, well, we'll have another one.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just stay. It's all good. You tried to get absolutely pissed and it kind of worked. No, because that's when the best man tried to get me drunk. It didn't work.
No, because he tried to get us drunk on Kendallmint liqueur and we just went, yes, next please.
Yeah. Get some more, bitch.
Had he have gone for Man of Swords,
yeah, well,
we might have struggled.
Fucking hell. I had a double. I just thought, you know what? That's going to kill me if I do any more.
Also, Yempi, you need to watch this back because you've already missed us drinking the fabulous nectar that is Keith.
Keith is very drinkable. So I at that. Oh god, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Swords and
Man of Swords, yeah, Man of Swords was brutal. I want to get a bottle. I do want to get a bottle, but we did keep. Yeah, we had that memento. It was nice. Brother-in-law still has the Johnny Walker Black I gave him. And I'm like, how does that still exist? That should be in recycling right now.
Because he doesn't drink properly.
You're a pussy. I actually have a little bottle of black there that could be drunk right now. We're not going to because you got to drive, but just behind the don't because we just don't do
It's
shots.
fine because every time I look at the whiskey, I see my car keys. So we're all right because I've got an immediate deterrent. Poor series.
Yeah. But we did Annihilate Head Club Orange. It's fantastic. But then we did another drink stream here, and I had the Jameson's Orange, and it was too zesty. And we know it was because Dave couldn't drink it. But then to add to a little bit of entertainment, that was the very first time when I did a shot. That was a triple at least, maybe a quad. I nearly gagged on it because it was just too much.
That's the first time I've seen you nearly bring a drink straight back up.
Yeah, and it was not nice. And I gave the bottle to the brother-in-law. And guess what?
He didn't like it either.
He still got it.
I
went there the other day to get those shells, and he still got it.
I mean, I'm disappointed in you not being here, MP, but you were having a nap, so it evens out.
Don't make excuses. I want to try the coffee one, I will admit, Jameson. But at the same time, I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah, I did see the coffee run downstairs. I was like, should I bring that up as well?
I mean, you can go and get it if you want to do a shot, but it's a bit too much. It's a 40%, mate.
I feel like that's.
I think we're trying to keep it simple tonight because I don't want to overdo you.
That's have you got a small hip flask?
I've got 3.
Shall we put some of that in said hip flask for the start of said road trip tomorrow? Once we're in no time.
It's in my office.
Okay.
I'd have to go up there after this and go and get it.
Yeah, we could do that.
But we can go and get it.
I feel like that would be a nice sort of.
I can either take a hip flask like this big, or one this big. The one that I put the Talisker in.
Yeah, we can have a mid-morning coffee.
Yeah. But yeah.
It'll also mean that will make us in a good mood for your dad's driving.
To be fair, we'll be sat in around the table, won't we?
Yeah.
I'll probably have a book out or something, or put Netflix on.
Yeah.
Got Netflix on. I could watch Friends or something. Start from the beginning where it's really. I hated season 1, by the way. Just hate it. But anyway,
I hate the inconsistency of that they're in 5 and then they move to 20.
Just don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Do you? Is it ever so you've got me into investing in whiskey? Actually, no. Before I get to that, I mentioned how Dave got into whiskey. I asked him and he answered. That was brilliant. I got into it because of him. I mentioned this to him on the night for my sister's wedding because obviously I was compromised. The very first bottle I properly bought was Glenmorangie, which I still have. I recently refilled it. I scrubbed off the birthday crap. I normally write my birthday year, 23rd birthday whiskey on it or something. Yeah, 24th was Glenfiddich 12. Well, fuck that. I'm not touching that. But the Morangie's now clean. It looks great. Got a box. It looks fantastic. And I will admit, I hated it. But I desperately wanted to have that kind of thing with someone. And with...
Sorry, I just thought it was hilarious. That's not
that's gay. So I desperately wanted to have someone to fit in with. So I felt it was like a war of attrition. And eventually, I actually liked Glenmorangie, which was fantastic news because I can't believe you did that.
So I'm just going to send that to her.
That coy look on your face. You know what you should do? Better one. Lick the bottle. Right? You've licked her shaft. There you go. But yeah, I didn't like whiskey that much at first, and I really wanted to have something with my friend. Then we got into then he introduced me to Jameson's and Johnny Walker Black. And Johnny Walker Black, I don't know if I can count how many bottles we've annihilated, but yes. I know it's more than 10. It has to be more than. It has to be a huge number.
Yeah, because you bought one. I had one.
I've bought many.
And they've both gone. I've had about 5 since. I've still got 1 left. So that's at least 4. You've bought, so that's 8.
Not including those 2 over there, but we haven't touched them. And so not including...
We may not quite...
What about the one in the decanter we finished when... Obviously, it was only enough for 2 shots anyway. that count?
Yes, that'd be 9. We're probably 9.
Okay,
I don't think
we're near
quite
10.
but we're near
We're 10.
at 10.
That can be rectified. Don't worry. But Johnny Walker Black to me is my ultimate shot, you know? And I will happily drink that. Double black, I need a bottle of. Oh my God, just put your tongue on it. I can't believe you put your tongue on Keith. I legit would drink that all day long. But so, I just wanted to give you
It's not
context.
here,
Like,
don't make her feel
I
well.
wasn't huge on whiskey at first, but I really wanted to, because Dave and I got on really well, and I wanted to, I wanted to have a decent friendship. I thought, I could actually get into it, and I really did. And I do, obviously. I've got a whole cabinet full of the gloriousness. Dave's seen it. He loves it.
Yes, it
so,
is a very nice. It's
you started
very neat and organised.
Well, it's not as organised
It's not
as I
alphabetical, but
I couldn't
he has
do
his
it.
own system. It's fine.
Well, I couldn't do alphabetical. It wouldn't fix the shelves. So, with investing, because you started doing that. Now, when I hit 100,000 on YouTube, thank you everyone that did subscribe to the Omegon channel. I really do appreciate that, and I hope you all continue to support because that it means well to me. But also because dying. But yeah, so I bought a bottle of Nika 12. Dave was the one that recommended it, and the reason why is because he said it will go up in value. So I never opened it. For Christmas, I got a second bottle. So what was the very first thing I did, Dave?
Open it.
Fuck right, I did. I have none of this. Oh, we've gone red. The stream's got lag.
Yes,
alert.
to be fair, I'm struggling to upload on.
Nice. That's probably
Discord.
why the
That
stream's
might-
lagged.
yes. It may be. This is true. I'm sending her 2 pictures. So
Okay,
probably
well, it's
it.
gone green again, so thank you for that. So, sorry about the lag there, people. Dave was uploading porn. And so I opened it, it was delicious, but I kept the original one because I didn't want to ruin it. That made sense. You want to have a nice... Because one day in the future, I could sell that, or I can leave it to my nieces and nephews and they can sell it or drink it. And I don't have kids, so for me, it's an investment. Dave has a few investments. I have a couple other bottles that are rare limited edition, the Johnny Walker Black, Highland, and Islay edition, limited.
Yeah.
Keep them.
Our Class 105 is.
I've opened it, though. Balvenie hasn't been opened.
No, I mean that's. I don't know how.
The
much...
Johnny Walker celebratory one
Yes,
hasn't been
that
opened.
one. Yeah, because that's a specific release for that.
That's essentially Johnny Walker White.
Yeah.
I do want to taste it, though.
Yeah. Jesus. Hello, cat.
If you open that netting, she'll get in. So, investing in whiskey is a very clever idea. Some people have invested into barrels. And what they've done in the process is they turned a barrel that was worth maybe 10 grand into like...
This side.
There you go.
Hello,
They turned it into something worth 60, 70 grand or maybe even $1 million for some people. And that's fantastic. But I don't intend to make that kind of money. And yes, there's a cat meowing in the background. Are we having another drink before we end, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. What will we have, Dave? Cardew or monkey? What would you... Okay, let's ask the chat.
Let's not have black, because otherwise we'll keep drinking.
Can't risk it. We can't even risk the gold reserve, to be honest. That's also a shot. Chat, would you rather we had Cardew from a decanter or monkey shoulder that hasn't been opened?
You're a wet cat.
You don't like a wet pussy?
I walked into that one, didn't I?
All right. Tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay. You like going in dry? Good to know. No. The chat can answer this. I mean, if one person answers, that'd be great. Yeah, you're fucked.
I'm gone.
Please meow louder, Tilly. I've got a cat outside. I want to get inside.
Till.
Nice.
Meow.
She wants to go. Meow. Meow.
We're trying the MP.
Oh, she meowed. We got you. She's not really. She wants to leave. Just
You're
open
going
the
to do
door.
laps again?
Yeah. What do you think of the photos I hung there? If I didn't tell you,
Yeah.
I stuck them on with adhesive tape, and they sit
Oh,
nicely.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Cardew or even a shot of Johnny Walker Black, if you want.
Or we could redo one of the ones we've already done. So we have the Caribbean Reserve, the Tullamore.
Caribbean Reserve card. That's FIFA.
True,
only.
yeah. No, sorry, Caribbean is out. Yes,
Yeah.
Tullamore, Keith.
We have Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Gold Label
Or you
Reserve,
can be really mean to me and make me have a Glenfiddich 12.
or Fiddick 15. No. Actually, Dave plus Keith equals hate WAP. Hate wet ass pussy. I don't know what that means.
I feel we need more context.
Pete is trying to troll. I don't understand. I think I think Dave. Oh, Monkey Brain.
Monkey brain. Okay, so we've got a vote for the monkeys.
No. You know what? First one, first come, first serve. Get the monkey
Fair
shoulder out.
You win, Pete. Monkey.
Yeah, get the monkey shoulder out. We got this. Cat got excited about nighttime shenanigans and playing with. Oh well, that's yes, that's certainly a thing. Yeah, be careful with that because the side of the bar is a bit wobbly if you feel it. It's not been opened, monkey shoulder. I'm gonna let Dave do it because I like opening new bottles.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
open.
No, it's not collectible. It's batch 27. It's basic stuff. The only issue is, you notice
Yeah,
here.
you give me basic stuff.
Look at this. It's broken.
Oh yeah.
I've glued it all back together, but it's still a little bit rickety. But it's solid because I've done it. I know it's done properly because I did it. But it's collectible. I can't lose that. But yes, Dave is going to open.
I'm sort of about Fiddick.
It will turn up. I bet it's downstairs now.
Yeah, perhaps you took it downstairs when we went earlier.
I mean, Sod's Law is that thing where I
Or
fit.
you buried it under your rucksack.
No. It could be anywhere at this point. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, it is the song Wet Ass Pussy. I figured it was. Oh, careful. You almost ended the stream there, mate.
Sorry.
How dare you? But I hope everyone likes his avatar for the evening. I might give it to him as a gift so he can use it on the server if he wants. Oh, that sounded good. Why didn't we do that for other...
I don't know. Why didn't we do that for other?
Oh, God, that's so good. I'm glad we didn't do this like with one bottle and
Perhaps
just
we
go...
should end on a symphony of...
Oh,
Corks.
yeah. The different sounds, that'd be right. I won't do a big glass because, yeah. Yeah, I'm good. You've done a decent measure as well.
Oh, I have.
You have actually done a decent measure.
I say 40%.
You're all right. Yeah, you're fine. So Monkey Shoulder to me is also one of my favourite space sides. I bought a bottle before I started on YouTube, actually. I covered a guy for a week while I was on holiday cleaning, and I made enough money to buy a new laptop. That laptop is now in the possession of one of my friends who's an artist. She did a lot of artwork for my Moisky Reads channel, my reading channel. I do a lot of poetry and stories. And I bought a bottle of Monkey Shoulder and a cage. Now, I gave the cage away to my brother-in-law. I wished I hadn't, because the cage now itself is limited edition. You can't get them anywhere. It'll turn up. Don't worry, I'll give you the 18 one if you want it.
That's all right. It's just annoying me now.
Final drink of the stream. We have Monkey Shoulder, batch 27.
Yeah.
There should be some on it, because batch 27 is heavily written. And it is the entry level for Monkey Shoulder. They do have a smoky one that I desperately want. Is there anything there? No?
A smooth, rich taste.
It's definitely a smooth taste. It's a space side, of course it is. It's not Arbalao.
That's the same thing on the back. So,
Yeah.
no, there's no tasting notes per se.
Very well. So, shall we finish with this then, I guess? This drink? We'll go for nearly an hour and a half. We've done exceptionally well.
It's not bad.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Of all the whiskies I've had tonight, that is not the smoothest. But it is smooth.
It's not, but it's actually not too bad, is
It's
it?
not as sharp as the Keith. This is smoother than Keith. Keith is arguably, to me, the on the tongue sharpest, but this is definitely smooth.
No, I'd say the Fiddick was sharper for me.
I didn't notice because I shot it. I
Well,
I saved the royalty.
I did. I shot most of it.
That was a strong one, actually. Yeah. No, that's fine. That was all right. I think that was all right. That's a nice whiskey, actually. I like that. Yeah, can't really complain, actually. You don't own a bottle of Monkey Shoulder, do you?
No, I don't.
I'm somewhat surprised, considering it's, affordable. It's obviously, if you had it in a cage, it'd be even cooler in your cabinet. It's one of the reasons, even though my room has 3, 4, 5 Johnny Walkers. Yep. That Monkey Shoulder's there as well, though, because it just looks so nice. Although I do want to put that in the cabinet. It has to go in there. But where?
True.
That's a real conundrum, issue, problem.
So, question that we could pose at the end.
Yep.
Be the last probably question of the stream.
Okay.
Favorite whiskey you've ever had?
Okay, well, you know what the answer is. I have to say it. Because I love it. The only thing that pisses me off more than anything in the world is they don't make it. It has to be Johnny Walker Gold. It has to be. It pisses me off. I've only got enough left for one decent glass. This fucker's got 2 bottles.
Yeah.
Actually, tell before we end. Okay, your favourite of all time. Go on.
Johnny Walker Blue.
So I can understand that though. I don't have a bottle of it, but it is the gold standard to me. Is that blue is definitely the league above.
Yeah,
I'll agree, 100%. But affordable to me is also a sentimental thing. I got my first proper job, and what was the first thing I did?
Yeah,
I bought a bottle of Johnny Walker Gold.
Yeah,
and we had that, and that was a good time to be alive.
Yes.
Oh, that was
T-shirt and Johnny Walker Gold.
Fuck me. Annihilation occurred. And I've still got the same bottle. I never refilled it and just ran out, nearly. What was I going to say? The different deviation from... what did I do for you when you got here last night?
Yes, so Meg, being the good host and the good date that he is...
Yes, right, babe.
He was waiting outside for me to arrive.
Card you?
With the... Hang on, I'm setting the scene.
Okay, set the scene, go on.
So we sat outside in the outdoor seating. He had all the little lights on, mood lighting.
The creative path.
the decanter out, the glasses, ready poured.
If only it was peated.
Yeah, I would have smelt it when I opened the door.
Just open the door, go.
Open the car door, like, whiskey?
Yeah. Just be floating towards it like a pie in a cartoon
walked
show.
towards the house, and there he was, sat in the nice illumination of the little LED soda lights.
That was the bit I was talking about.
With the Cardu, with the decanter, ready poured.
I meant the bottle of Okentoshi.
And then, yes, even better, he gave me a present.
Oh.
He has a nice little... I had to provide the bottle, but
Yeah.
But he has done me a illuminated bottle of Okentoshi for posterity.
Alfonso La Pulci. I 100% agree with you.
Someone who has seen the light. Excellent.
Well done.
Penderyn, welcome.
So
welcome, fam.
we were introduced to Penderyn when we took a punt on it, I believe. Although you had some. We took a punt on it in Asda as a victory sip whiskey when we played FIFA. Every time we score a goal, you have a sip of whiskey. Fuck me. We ruined that bottle.
That bottle went down so quickly.
It's when we played it and I stayed at yours. And your parents, we had to be quieter at certain points of the night. But we're still playing and scoring and like, have we got any left? Yeah. Come on in. Give me more. I'll take some more. I got you. And then we finished it and like, we need another one. And we go to buy another bottle, a different one this time. We're like, what about Jameson's? And some guy goes, it's not Jameson's, it's Jamison's. All right, you drunk twat,
This
piss
is the problem
off.
with shopping in Asda.
You can piss. Then we decided to bring this back because I got an Xbox and we're like, yeah, we play FIFA again. We did it earlier. We both need a bottle that you can get in Asda. That was the deal was.
Yeah.
Had to be a Scotch, and we're like, well, we're not going to get an English one. It's going to be a real fucking struggle.
Yeah.
But Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve, he's got all the other Livets. It made no sense to go with them. It had to be something neither of us had had.
Yeah.
Livet Caribbean Reserve was right there, and we're like, bosh. We got this. And yes, Welsh flag, nothing wrong with it in the context of this. Penderyn, Madeira finish,
Yeah, Madeira, the
is
standard Penderyn.
absolutely scrumped. I know that for a fact. Dave's got a nice little collection of Penderyns.
Yeah, I've got the standard
Celtic,
Madeira,
haven't you?
I've got the
Sherry?
peated, and I've got the myth.
You haven't got the sherry?
No, there's
What about the
Sherry and
Celt
Portwood I haven't
Celt
got.
Legends
I've got,
ones?
Myth, which is one of that series.
Oh well, the Celt Legends.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, Penderyn is one of it's probably in both of our top fives,
Has to be.
without a doubt.
That has to be my top 5. Okay, so let's do an overall top 5 then. Let's do one we can agree on. Penderyn is in there.
Penderyn is in there. Johnny Walker Gold is in there.
Okay, we have to agree on it. So yes, I'll say it's there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. I want to include one. We have to include ones we both really will drink.
Yeah.
So what will we really drink?
The Freud.
Problem is, I'm gonna have to. I want to remove Johnny Walker Gold.
Oh, controversy.
No, you listen. Play just bear with me. I want to replace it with something that we will really drink.
Johnny Walker Black.
Huzzah! So, Johnny Walker Black, Penderyn, Lefroy, Jameson's.
Jameson's, yeah.
But what's the 5th one? Does it have to be something illustrious, or does it have to be something really drinkable?
Dalwhinnie?
Don't really have much experience with Dalwhinnie.
Jura, probably, then, isn't it? It's going to be Jura.
I was going to say Glenlivet.
Yeah?
Because I've got more experience going through your Glenlivets when you were sick than I have any other time in my life.
Yeah.
So I'd say that. So it has to be. Well, which Glenlivet though?
Yeah,
18. Yeah. So the list is Penderyn, Madeira.
Ooh, good choice. Suntory. Well, oh, hang on. Which one did you get? Suntory. I've never had a bad Japanese.
Dave
whiskey.
had to
Which one
remind
did you
me
get?
that we did half a bottle of Tenjaku. I don't remember this. I must have been shit-faced. So, has to be Keith in the top
Keith,
5.
yes, for sentimental reasons, Keith
She's
is also, yeah.
Keith's in a league of her own.
Yeah.
Update Court Cat, she's not amused. Congratulations. So, the list is Penderyn, Johnny Walker Black.
Live at 18.
Yep. What were the other two?
Freud.
Lefroy.
Jameson's.
In what order, though? What's the best one? We can't say how many bottles we annihilated as a benchmark because Johnny Walker's Black's on its own.
So Johnny Walker Black is just like an entire league.
Yeah, it's just that they're like, you peasants are like half a dozen bottles behind. Get good, you scrub.
Yeah, based on consumption, it would be Johnny Walker Black. I think based on probably overall preference, I'd probably say Penderyn at the top.
I mean, I'd argue that will live at 18.
I think we've drunk Penderyn more.
Well, yeah, because I've only had a
how
few.
good it was.
Okay, Penderyn, we did the whole bottle.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll put that there.
Penderyn then 18.
Black has to be third.
Yeah,
maybe
Black
Lefroy third, Jameson's fifth.
I think Jameson's fifth, purely because it's one we'll both go to and one we'll both enjoy, but it's nowhere near as high quality as the other one.
Although it's definitely not aged as much as like Black is 12. It's 12. Yeah.
Yeah, we did see Pete.
Okay, yeah, I did see actually. I've been collecting sources. Next week's Halls of Injustice, everyone. Motherfucking Kelly. Yeah,
I believed he could fly.
I mean, he's flying through a high max, supermax prison right now. He is high as a king kite on Pruno, which is prison alcohol.
So you've probably had like Toki or Tenjaku. There are better ones.
Yeah.
Trust.
We promise you there are vastly superior ones. But sadly, you won't get any further information on that in this stream because Dave and I need to do things this evening. I need to pack a fucking bag for tomorrow.
And it's also classified. You might join the Discord, and then you might find out more.
That message has just been redacted. Thank you all very much for joining us. We are now going to go and finish. Oh, we need to finish these?
Well, at least we need to finish on a clink.
Oh, well, we're going to finish on a clink. Thank you all very much for joining. We hope to see you all soon. I will be doing more of these streams if people enjoy them. Again, thanks again for joining.
Thank you very much, everyone.
We'll see you soon.